Hello and welcome to another update video about GALA. Only a quick one here. We don't really see a lot of movement. We have broken out of what you could call a descending wedge to the upside. But to be honest, nothing convincing yet. I don't like what it's doing at the moment, to be honest. I don't really like it. We're doing here something that you could consider or call an ascending broadening wedge. We currently see that across the market. Let me take those lines out. That always indicates some weakness. Yeah, some charts are doing this at the moment. You can put this line in, this trend line, and it would suggest that we might be seeing this wave 5 as an ending diagonal 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, which allows here for an overlap between waves 1 and wave 4. I don't know if we actually did overlap. But it doesn't matter. I think we just about avoided an overlap between waves 1 and 4. Theoretically, this could be called impulsive, but it isn't because the wave 3 was too short. We looked at that in the previous video, I think. Or let me know. No, it wasn't the wave 3. The wave 3 is fine. Yeah, I think it did reach the 1.618 extension. It did, but the wave 4 came down too much. It reached a 61.8% retracement, so it came down too low for a wave 4. Theoretically, it's still all fine, but a wave 4 that drops down so low is it then most likely is a diagonal pattern. Okay, so if we can still push higher in a fifth wave, I think, as long as we're holding this channel now. So, and again, then I would expect that at the moment, as long as we're holding this channel. If we don't hold the channel, we're going to fall back into support, have another chance to hold support at 3.41 cents. Below that, we have to expect a much deeper retracement, but these are the two key supports that I'd be working with if anybody wants to trade this long. But I'm not too sure here. Well, you know, because that it's an ending diagonal indicates at least some weakness here. What I cannot rule out still is that this is just an overshooting B wave. So A wave down, overshooting B wave, and the C wave down. But if you look at the proportions, this is starting to get unlikely, because if you look at the strength of the wave 1 here, compare that to the 3, look at this massive wave 4 if this was one. Yeah, I think the wave 4 should be finished probably, and this looks to me like an ending diagonal. So ideally one more wave up, and then we have to see if wave 1 is then finished. Okay, if we drop down here, it might indicate that an overall high is already in place. So, but I would really only look at this if we drop below this wave 4 low. So as soon as we drop below 3.58 cents, I will assume that the wave 1 top was in place, and we're then going to come down in a wave 2 most likely. We'll probably lose this support level and come down a bit lower. But yeah, it will be very interesting in the next few days. It looks to me like many other coins are still going to go higher. So for GALA, I give GALA a reasonable chance to do that as well, especially as we're holding those support levels. Yeah, we're currently below resistance again. So I would call this a bit of a resistance area here between 5.1 cents and 5.5. So here sort of between the previous highs. Let's see if we have any more structural resistance here. Doesn't seem to me like that. Not at the moment. But what is certainly important is this high. We need to take this high out. That will be overall. If we want to push higher, obviously that's the next target for the bulls. That is the 7.3 cent level. Looking at the wider structure, the bigger picture, there is currently zero evidence that the bear market low is already in. Yes, we see a first impulse, but as you know, with those situations, we need to see 5 waves up and then 3 waves down. Yeah, only then we can assume that a bear market low is in with a higher likelihood. At the moment, this is just purely a possible wave 4 to the upside, so that we're coming down, or we came down off the high in a wave 1, moved up in a 2, came down in a 3. We're now moving up in a 4 and could still come down in a 5. Not saying this will definitely happen, but the risk is still very real. Yeah, until we see 5 waves up, which we're currently working on, but then we need to see the 3 waves down. That's very important. So at the moment it's getting interesting, but we're far away from any important levels. We are still 50% below the 88.7% retracement. So I just want to say that, yeah. That's, by the way, here at around 10 cents, the 88.7% FIB level. That's actually the first main level on the Fib scale of the larger cycle that the price needs to get above. So we're so early still. You know, should this be the beginning of the bull run? We are so early. A few people asked me about target for the next all-time high. So if, very important, if we make a new all-time high, then the target should be at least. We're talking here about at least, yeah. And this assumes that the move up here was a wave 1. We're coming currently down in a wave 2 correction. This might be complete, it might not be complete. Again, as long as we hold support levels, we can focus on higher, and I will always give you these relevant support levels. But what I'm saying is there is no guarantee the bear market low is in. So the 1.618 extension would be the minimum target for the third wave to the upside. That's at 148. Could easily go higher than that. I mean, already here in this little pump that we're doing at the moment, we are seeing that a lot of the ideal targets are actually broken. And if we're really going into something like a bull run, where the sentiment is very positive and so on, overheated, you will see those broken. Yeah, the 1.618 is sort of a guide between the 1.618 and the 200%, between 148 and 182, but also that can be broken. That would be a wave 3 then. We would then come down in a wave 4, a shallow correction, see another high in a wave 5, and that could take us to around 240. How long that takes, nobody knows, yeah, but it should happen in the next bull run if GALA recovers and gets to a new all-time high. And that's where we are at the moment. So I will always indicate to you here in every video and update the critical support levels that I believe are relevant. As long as these levels are holding, we can focus on higher, take it level by level until we have reached a state and a structure that, let's say, proves that we have the bear market low in place. Okay, and that's my update about GALA. I hope you liked the update. If you did, please hit the like button, leave a comment and subscribe. And if you really like the content, then please check out the channel membership. Thanks a lot for watching. Bye-bye.